Learning English is a journey that opens doors to new opportunities, connections, and knowledge. One of the most powerful ways to improve language skills is through listening. Why? Because listening is the foundation of understanding, a skill that helps you understand pronunciation, intonation, and context naturally. Why is listening so important? Think about how babies learn a language. They don't start by speaking, they listen for months before forming words. Listening trains your brain to recognize speech patterns, common phrases, and accents. This exposure is essential for developing fluency, even before you start speaking confidently. Here are key benefits of listening. Improves pronunciation. The more you listen, the more you recognize correct word sounds. Expands vocabulary. You naturally absorb new words and phrases in context. Boosts comprehension. Understanding native speakers becomes easier. Enhances speaking skills. Listening strengthens your ability to speak correctly and confidently. Motivation through stories. Story 1, Ahmed's Silent Progress. Ahmed always struggled with speaking English. He felt shy, afraid of making mistakes, and often stayed silent during conversations. One day, he decided to focus on listening first. He listened to podcasts, watched English movies, and even eavesdropped on conversations around him. Over time, he noticed something amazing. His brain started recognizing sentences without him trying. One evening, without thinking, he responded to an English speaker confidently. That moment changed everything. Now, Ahmed speaks with ease, simply because he first mastered the art of listening. Story 2, Maya's Mirror Method. Maya wanted to improve her English speaking skills but had no one to practice with. She came up with a simple routine. Every evening, she would stand in front of the mirror and talk to herself in English. She repeated sentences she heard from audiobooks, corrected herself, and even acted out conversations. In just a few months, she could hold discussions fluently. Her confidence grew, and when she finally spoke with native speakers, she impressed them with her natural flow. How to practice English alone at home. If you don't have someone to practice with, don't worry. You can develop your skills on your own with these methods. 1. Shadowing technique. Listen to an English speaker and immediately repeat what they say. This helps improve pronunciation, rhythm, and fluency. 2. Mirror speaking. Stand in front of a mirror and speak English to yourself. Try to sound natural and confident. 3. Daily audio exposure. Listen to English every day, podcasts, movies, music, or radio programs. The more you expose yourself, the more you absorb. 4. Record yourself. Speak about your day, record your voice, and listen to it. This will help you notice pronunciation mistakes and track progress. 5. Read aloud. Read books or articles in English, emphasizing clarity and expression. 6. Write and speak. Write short paragraphs and then read them aloud. This builds vocabulary and helps with sentence construction. English is not just about grammar or vocabulary, it's about communication. Listening and speaking go hand in hand, and mistakes are part of the journey. Keep practicing every day, and soon, you'll find yourself speaking effortlessly. Learning English is a journey filled with challenges and rewards. It's not just about knowing grammar rules or memorizing vocabulary, it's about communication. One of the most effective ways to become fluent is listening. Listening helps you understand pronunciation, speech rhythm, sentence flow, and even cultural expressions. The power of listening in language learning. Many learners focus on reading and writing but struggle with speaking. Why? Because they're not listening enough. Listening is the key to fluency. Imagine moving to a country where you don't speak the language. You'd listen first, pick up words, and gradually start speaking. Here's what listening does for you. Improves pronunciation. You start mimicking native speakers naturally. Enhances comprehension. You understand spoken words in different accents. Builds confidence. You don't need to translate in your head, responses come naturally. Expands vocabulary. You hear words in context instead of memorizing them from books. Motivation through stories. Story 1, The Silent Listener. Zane always dreamed of speaking English fluently, but whenever he tried, he felt stuck. One day, he decided to stop worrying and start listening. He listened to English podcasts while walking, watched movies without subtitles, and paid attention to conversations around him. 2 months later, something incredible happened. He started thinking in English. When he spoke, words flowed effortlessly. He realized that listening first was the secret to becoming fluent. Story 2, The Daily Practice. Aisha felt insecure about her English pronunciation. She had an idea. Every night, she recorded herself reading a story in English. The next morning, she listened to her voice and compared it with native speakers. She improved day by day. 6 months later, she found herself speaking smoothly. She even surprised her English teacher with her flawless accent. How to practice English alone at home. Practicing alone might feel challenging, but it's completely possible. Here's how. 1. Shadowing technique. Listen to native English audio and repeat immediately after the speaker. This helps with pronunciation and speech rhythm. 2. The mirror method. Speak in front of a mirror, pretend you're talking to someone, and observe your facial expressions while speaking. 3. Substitution exercise. Take a short sentence and replace a word with synonyms. For example, I bought a new phone. I purchased a fresh device. 4. Imitate native speakers. Choose a favorite English movie scene and act it out. Imitate the tone, expressions, and pronunciation. 5. Listen, pause, and speak. Play an English dialogue, pause after each sentence, and try repeating it exactly as you heard it. 6. Write and speak. Write about your day or describe your thoughts in English, then read it out loud. 7. Record yourself. Speak about any topic, record yourself, listen, and identify mistakes. 8. Daily audio exposure. Make listening a habit. Even 10 minutes a day helps. Try podcasts, interviews, or audiobooks. Final thought, keep going. Fluency doesn't happen overnight. But daily listening and speaking will get you there. Even if you make mistakes, keep going. Each time you practice, you're one step closer to mastering English. If you had to choose one method from this list to start with today, which would it be? Many people believe that learning English is difficult, but that's often just fear talking. The truth is, English becomes easy when you stop overthinking and start using it in real conversations. Language is not about perfection. It's about communication. The more you practice, the more comfortable you feel, and soon, English will start to feel natural. One of the biggest obstacles in learning English isn't grammar or vocabulary, it's fear. What if I make mistakes? What if people laugh at me? What if I don't understand? The answer? Mistakes are part of learning. No one speaks perfectly when they start, and the only way to improve is by actually using English. Imagine a toddler learning to walk. Do they wait until they're 100% sure they won't fall? No. They just start moving, falling, getting up, and trying again. The same goes for English. Start small, a simple hello or short sentence. Make mistakes proudly, every mistake teaches you something new. Forget the fear, most people will appreciate your effort, not judge you. Use apps to speak with strangers. Speaking with native speakers or other learners is one of the fastest ways to boost your confidence. Thanks to technology, you don't need to travel to an English-speaking country, you can talk with people worldwide anytime. Here are some great platforms to practice English with real people. HelloTalk, connect with native speakers and exchange language tips. Tandem, meet language partners from different countries. Speaky, chat live with English learners or fluent speakers. Lingby, instant voice calls with people eager to help you practice. Cambly, speak with real tutors to refine your conversational skills. Clubhouse and Discord, join English-speaking rooms and practice in group discussions. Talking with strangers in these apps will destroy the fear barrier. You'll realize that English is not scary, it's just another way to express yourself. Motivation through stories. Story 1, Kareem's first conversation. Kareem was terrified of speaking English. He had studied grammar and vocabulary for years but never spoke a single sentence to a real person. One day, he installed HelloTalk, greeted a native speaker, and began chatting. It was awkward at first, but he kept going. A few weeks later, he was having full conversations effortlessly. His anxiety disappeared, and English became a natural part of his life. Story 2, Sarah's voice call challenge. Sarah loved watching English movies but always felt nervous about speaking. She decided to challenge herself. Every day, she would do a 5-minute voice call with strangers in an app. The first call was scary, but by the 10th call, she had zero fear. She wasn't perfect, but she stopped caring about mistakes. Now, Sarah speaks with confidence, all thanks to her bravery to start. English is not difficult, the hard part is starting. Once you take that first step, everything else becomes easy. Speak today, even if it's just one sentence. Step over hesitation, break the fear barrier, and see how fast you grow. Smiling face with smiling eyes. Which app would you like to try first? It's time to change your life and start a new chapter. Learning English isn't just about mastering words, it's about opening new doors, gaining confidence, and creating a better version of yourself. If you've been hesitant, scared, or stuck in the same routine, now is the time to break free. It's time for a new episode of your life. Imagine yourself speaking English fluently, communicating effortlessly in conversations, watching movies without subtitles, and even traveling without language barriers. That future is within your reach, but it starts with one simple step: speaking. Break free from hesitation and fear. Have you ever dreamed of speaking English but held yourself back? Maybe you thought, I'll start later. I need to study more first. I don't want to make mistakes. But later never comes if you keep waiting for the perfect moment. The truth is, the perfect moment is now. Start speaking today, even if it's just one word. Once you start, the fear will disappear. Every mistake is proof that you are learning. Every conversation is a step forward. Every time you practice, you rewrite your story. Talking with strangers, the secret to rapid improvement. The fastest way to gain confidence in English is to talk with real people. And thanks to technology, you don't have to wait, you can start today. This is your moment. No more waiting. No more hesitation. Start speaking, start learning, start transforming your life. Every word you say today is a step toward the person you want to become. So, let's make it happen. What's the first sentence you want to say in English today? Smiling face with smiling eyes.